Have you ever felt broken? Like the weight of life was too much to carry? Like every door was closing and every prayer was going unanswered? I've been there. This is not just a story. This is my journey. A journey from hopelessness to healing, from weakness to strength, from broken to blessed. And I want to share it with you, because if God could do it for me, He can do it for you too. Stay with me until the end, because I believe this story might just reignite your faith. There was a time in my life when everything fell apart. Dreams I had been chasing collapsed right before my eyes. Relationships I thought would last forever ended. And I was left with nothing but questions. Why me? Why now? Why does life have to hurt this much? Nights felt longer. Days felt heavier. And even though I tried to smile on the outside, inside, I was falling apart. I know some of you watching right now have felt this way too. Maybe you feel it even today. Maybe you're sitting in silence, feeling unseen, unheard, and unloved. But here's what I didn't know back then. Sometimes, life has to break us to rebuild us into something stronger. I grew up hearing about faith, about God's plan, about miracles. But when the storms came, I questioned everything. I prayed, but nothing seemed to change. I cried, but the silence only grew louder. I wondered if God had forgotten me. And maybe you've asked those same questions. Does God really hear me? Is there a purpose in all this pain? But here's what I learned. Faith isn't about never doubting. Faith is about holding on through the doubt. It's about choosing to believe, even when everything around you tells you not to. Because faith isn't built in comfort. Faith is built in the storm. Faith is like a seed. It doesn't grow on the mountaintop. It grows in the valley. And sometimes, the valley feels endless. But it's in that very valley where roots grow deeper than ever before. One night, I was at my lowest. Tears in my eyes, heart shattered, feeling like I had no reason to keep going. And that's when it happened. A small voice inside whispered, "Don't give up. I'm not finished with you yet." I can't explain it, but in that moment, I felt peace. Not because my problems disappeared, but because I realized God was with me, even in the valley. It was the start of my faith journey. Not a perfect one, not an easy one, but a real one, and through this journey, I discovered truths that reshaped my life. The first truth: pain is not permanent. No matter how dark the night feels, morning always comes. The storm may rage, but storms don't last forever. Your tears may flow, but they will not flow endlessly. What you're facing right now is not the end of your story. It's just a chapter, not the whole book. The second truth: God's delays are not God's denials. When doors stayed closed, I thought I was forgotten. But later I realized God was protecting me from paths that weren't meant for me. Sometimes, the very thing we beg for is too small compared to what He's preparing. Sometimes unanswered prayers are really answered prayers in disguise. The third truth: brokenness can become blessing. The very things that once broke me became the foundation of my strength. The cracks in my heart became places where light could shine through. My scars turned into my testimony. The pieces of my shattered past became stepping stones to something greater. And maybe, just maybe, the same will be true for you. Think about it. Gold is refined in fire. Diamonds are formed under pressure. And the strongest trees are the ones that weather the fiercest storms. So maybe your pain is not punishment. Maybe it's preparation. Preparation for the blessing, the purpose, the destiny that's waiting ahead. When I look back now, I don't just see pain, I see purpose. I see how the dark nights taught me to appreciate the sunrise. I see how the broken pieces shaped me into someone stronger, more compassionate, more grateful. I see how God took my mess and turned it into a message. I went from broken to blessed. And it wasn't because I was perfect. It wasn't because I had it all together. It was because I never let go of faith, even when it was hanging by a thread. And maybe that's all you need right now. Not perfect faith, not flawless strength, just the courage to hold on to hope, even with trembling hands. So if you're listening to this right now, and you feel broken, I want you to remember something. This is not the end of your story. The place where you are now is not where you will always be. Your pain is temporary, your struggles are shaping you, and your blessing may be closer than you can imagine. Don't give up. Don't stop believing, because the same God who carried me can carry you from broken to blessed. That can be your journey too. And when your blessing comes, you'll realize something powerful. It wasn't a storm that destroyed you. It was the storm that strengthened you. The fire didn't burn you, it purified you. The valley didn't bury you, it grew you. And the pain didn't break you, it positioned you for something greater. So take heart. The God who writes your story is not done with you yet. Your tears are not wasted, your prayers are not ignored, and your faith, even if it feels small, is enough to move mountains. Thank you for letting me share my story. If this touched your heart, share it with someone who needs hope today. Because you never know, the words they hear might be the lifeline they've been waiting for. And never forget, your faith can move mountains. Your faith can heal wounds. Your faith can carry you from broken to blessed. Thanks for watching.